Do you get sore elbows or ever had a run-in with tendonitis? Hi guys, Tom Morrison here, and today we're going to show you how to eliminate your elbow pain and prevent it from ever happening again. Firstly, we need to look at your training. Are you always using a straight bar for your pull-ups, and are you always using a barbell for the majority of your strength work? This is going to cause a massive lack of variety in your training, and it's going to cause a ton of wear and tear on your elbows. Next, check your posture. If you're always in a big hunched over position like this, you're not going to have access to a good overhead position, and this is going to be a nightmare for any overhead work, pressing or pulling. The elbows are a hinge joint, and if the shoulders are not in a good position, the elbows are going to be taking the brunt of it. So what do we do about it? Firstly, let's take a look at the biceps. Oh hey, casual Jenny. It looks like you're standing being casual. But no, you're actually stretching your bicep. So what Jenny has done here is she's externally rotated the shoulder and she's pressed her hand into the wall. She can then turn into that position, and this is going to help open up the forearm, it's going to help open up the bicep and the pec as well. So it's going to release everything down here and really help to make the elbow feel better and move better as well. So dead easy stretch to do. If you struggle to do this, just have the fingertips on the wall. So if you can't quite get the palm to the wall, then that is going to be something that you're going to work on. So take your time with it. There's no rush. Do it a few times every day and you'll find you get there quite quickly, but make sure that you do not rush this. Don't just plonk your hand on the wall. So if you've never done the stretch before, don't just plonk your hand on the wall. Make sure you take your time with it, and make sure you do both sides, okay? So always make sure that you swap both sides, and if one feels different to the other and that's the one you're having the problems with, oops, she's falling out with me. If you're having problems with one side and not the other side, then you may find the stretch feels different on that side. So make sure you do this straight after any sort of pulling exercises that you do, and make sure that you can do this. And if you find that you're maybe feeling that your elbow's starting to play up again, this is one of the very first things to look at. Oh, hey, casual Jenny. This isn't a box for sitting, this is a box for stretching our wrists. So what we're going to do is, you can use either a chair or a table, just something that you can put light resistance on your wrist. The position we're going to focus on is flexion, okay? So the wrist like this. It's very important that you stretch your wrist both ways in order to keep the elbows happy. So you probably do push-ups and any exercise like that that has you an extension. Even sit at a keyboard all day, that's a bit of extension. So we want to flip that round and we're going to go for flexion. So this is a nice way to put a little bit of body weight through and see how that feels. So you're going to just point your fingertips in different directions and see what feels tight. You should be able to straighten your elbows in this position. If you can't, then that's definitely something that you want to work on. If this feels extremely tight in the forearm, then that's going to be one of the causes for your elbow pain. So you're going to rock yourself side to side. You can also move the hands like this, but while keeping them steady. So keep them in one place and just rotate the elbows. So the hands stay where they are, rotate the elbows. That's it there. And you'll just feel a little bit more of a stretch on each side like that, okay? So spend a good minute to 2 minutes doing this every day, and you'll really notice that it gets a lot easier for you, and the more often you do this, the easier it will feel for you. Oh hey! Not so casual Jenny. What we're going to do now is add ring rows into your training. So if you have a TRX or gymnastic rings in your gym, these are absolutely awesome to do. So Jenny's going to set up for a standard ring row first of all, with her hands in a neutral grip. She's going to pull herself up, and what we're going to do is change the hand position. So she's going to turn her palms so they're facing down and pull herself up that way. And then she's going to turn so the palms are facing up and pull up that way. Then imagine that your hands are in like a little clock and you just want to hit every direction. So you're looking for variety. You don't want to be strict with the form. You're looking to pull in as many different ways as possible. So yes, the elbow is a hinge joint, but everything around it can sort of move in this way. So it's really important that you use the muscles in those ways, and that's how you can avoid overuse strain, okay? So repetitive strain injury is something that can happen if you just add that bit of variety in. You might actually not need to rest, and you might just cure whatever's going on by simply adding this in. So you can see here she's doing face pulls, she's pulling herself up a little bit, one arm's going up, one arm's going down. She's just doing all these different types of pulls, and that is going to be what makes a biggest difference to how your elbows feel. Use these progressions regularly and your elbows will feel a lot better for it. As I always say, the best injury is the one that never happened in the first place. If you would like a program that will help you to assess your entire body, then go to my website tommorrison.uk and pick up the Simplistic Mobility Method. It is the fastest way to work on all of the weaknesses that you may have, and it gives you a clear-cut path on how to get better at them.